guys, Toke. Arguably the most discussed topic in Nigeria this week, besides the wardrobe allowance saga. So media personality Toke Makinwa's husband, Maji Aida, was reported to have got his ex-girlfriend, Anita Solomon, pregnant. Anita is allegedly in England now to have the baby. So it's bad enough that this girl was sleeping with a married man, but getting pregnant for him? So daft. Welcome to The Gist. I'm your host, Toyosi Phillips.
The Gist.
Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm still reeling from the news. I was in shock for days. How someone will cause his wife so much public embarrassment beats me. But in this life, everyone has his or her cross to carry, so I believe Toke will be fine. It's just sad that some people were actually blaming her for what happened. How do you blame a woman whose husband got someone pregnant for him getting the person pregnant? Does it make sense? Does it make sense to you? In related news, Cynthia Bailey of the Real Housewives of Atlanta was also handed her cross this week. It seems like this week was the week for exposure. This video of her husband, Peter Thomas, in the club with another woman was shared by theshaderoom.com. Do you see the way he gripped her neck? Then see his hand sliding down this woman's breast. There's nothing innocent about this video. This one kind of upset me because it confirmed what Portia and Phaedra said about him in the last Real Housewives reunion, for those that watched the show. They told Cynthia to focus on her husband, who was sleeping with all the girls in Atlanta, instead of putting her mouth in someone else's marriage business. Anyway, Peter has since apologized, saying that the woman in the video was just a friend and it was not a big deal. And Cynthia did an interview after the video was released saying that yes, the video is inappropriate, but not enough for her to file for a divorce. So it seems to be just crazy news everywhere, honestly. So I forgot to share this last week. Femi Kuti had a US tour and he killed it. He was in Boston, Philly, New York, DC, and a few other places. So I attended one of the New York ones and he did an amazing job. Like, we were all dancing and singing along. It was just mad. And those dancers, fire. Anyway, Femi Kuti did a great job, but listen to what he told us.
We were in Philadelphia for 2 hours performing, 2 hours, 15 minutes. We got in the bus and my percussionist disappeared. I am quite depressed because after 3 decades in the business, I keep coming to America with my Nigerian musicians and they keep disappointing me.
Imagine, his percussionist ran away. And Majek Fashek, do you guys remember him? Arguably one of Nigeria's music icons. He's not doing well, oh. A while back, he actually said he was being spiritually attacked. And then recently, he was seen begging for money at a bus stop, looking so sick. In fact, this picture of him broke my heart. Now, one of his former backup singers has stepped up to help. Her name is Monica Sweda. She's launching a rehabilitative campaign to help him. And in an interview, she was quoted as saying, "I'm doing this for them," talking about Majek Fashek and his wife, that they treated me like a kid sister when I needed them. Our fight right now is to raise money so that we can send him to a home that can help him. Apart from his alcoholism, he has spiritual and mental issues to go with it. Chai. Now, wow. She also said she was on stage with him the last time he performed in New York, and people actually compared him to Bob Marley. He was hot. Majek Fashek was big. Hopefully, when this campaign is launched, there'll be more details and we can all save a life, because human beings now is when he dies that people will start changing their DP and start putting up lyrics from all those his songs, Majek Fashek in New York and all his other songs. Talking about saving lives, but Christina is still unconscious, and there have been conflicting reports. I just pray this girl comes out of this coma, honestly. It's been how many months now? So on Tuesday morning, a radio report said she was being moved from the hospital to her house so that she could die peacefully. But her aunt, Bobby Brown's sister, went on Facebook to say they will never give up on her and that her health is improving. So we don't even know what is true right now. One minute they are saying she's doing better. The next minute they are saying she's stable and is not improving. And the next minute they are saying she's deteriorating. I don't know. Just continue to pray for her. Wizkid! He announced that his third studio album will be dropping in September. The Starboy boss confirmed that his new album will be featuring collaborations with international singers, including his friend, you all know that is his friend, Chris Brown and Angelique Kidjo, and that his foundation will go live when the album drops. He says he's about to change lives and reach people that matter. Good for him, good for him. And that's good news. But there's also some not so good news from MTN confirming that they will not be renewing his contract, so he won't remain an MTN ambassador this year. Isn't it annoying when you get used to a source of income and then it stops? But again, when one door closes, another one will open. So everybody should just chook their head where the door is opening. But some celebrities who renewed their contracts with MTN are Tiwa Savage, Don Jazzy, Osofia, Mama G, just to name a few. And Laverne Cox from Orange is the New Black. Oh, I binge watched last weekend and it was worth it. This Ruby girl seems to be sending shockwaves around the planet too. In fact, she has been described as the breakout star from this season. She's engaged though to a girl. So everybody should just face front. Anyway, back to Laverne Cox. She said something funny this week and I thought to share. Now, she was asked if she had plans to feminize her face like Caitlyn Jenner. And she said, years ago, I wanted really highly invasive surgical procedures to feminize my face. All these years later, I have the money to do it. But I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm happy that this is the face that God gave me. Excuse me. You transition from a man to a woman, get boobs, probably take your penis out, and then you say you are happy with the face God gave you. What happened to the other parts of your body? What happened to your whole life and destiny? That statement actually, it makes me go, really? Yeah. Really? Guess what? Now she'll be back on tour after a 7-year music break. Janet Jackson! She announced that this week and it got me excited. She starts August 31st in Vancouver, Canada, and then performs in Charlotte, Miami, Atlanta, Vegas, New Orleans. In fact, to me, she's performing in every city but New York. I don't get it. I'm about to start a Come to New York petition for her. And one of Hollywood's most beautiful couples is having its show on Fox Networks. Boris Kodjoe and Nicole Aripaka are launching the Boris and Nicole show. It starts next month, and they say they'll be talking about topics ranging from parenting to current events. And yeah, seems like it will be quite interesting. They actually met while filming Soul Food ages ago. So did you guys see that magazine cover, the blank mag with Damilola Adegbite and Chris Atto on it? This cover is hot. It's hot. And I don't know what people were saying about pornography and 50 Shades of Grey has caused problem in Nigeria. No, it's not true. And the interview is actually very interesting. I got the mag off the website, blankdigital.com. I read the interview and it was really interesting, very insightful. In the studio with me today is Abiodun Ogunnaike. She's the creator of It's Just Us Girls. This is a workshop where they encourage girls to drop their insecurities and live their life, be strong. You know me, I'm all about being everything you can be and doing everything you can do. So I have her in the studio with me and she's going to be talking about It's Just Us Girls and we'll be touching on a few entertainment stories. Yeah, this will be back after the break.
The gist. The gist. The gist.
Hi guys, welcome back. So in the studio with me is Abiodun Ogunnaike. I was telling you about her before the break. She giggles a lot actually here. She's the creator of It's Just Us Girls, a workshop aimed to encourage girls to be themselves and boost self-confidence basically. And yes, so Abiodun Ogunnaike here with me. Welcome to the show, Abiodun.
Thank you so much.
How did you come up with It's Just Us Girls?
I wouldn't even go into the long story, but I'll just say like it started with like because I wrote it on the Instagram page. Like, you know, it all started with me going out one day and I was just like, my makeup is too much, my this is too much, you know, my stomach. I'm
basically tearing yourself apart.
I was just like, but someone else behind this like, yo, girl, what's wrong with you? You look perfect. You have perfect body. And in my head, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. It just made me feel like there are other girls that go through certain insecurities. Like what I thought was small or what was big to me was small to someone else, and what someone else thought was small was big to them. So I was just like, yo, I just figured that, you know, I'll bring a bunch of group of girls together and let's talk about it, like whatever it is.
So what's the goal of the workshop now?
Well, the goal being that this is like my baby, I'm hoping that every 6 months I'm gonna start, having one. Being that the first one was in June, my next one is gonna be in December. I'm not too sure of the date yet, but I do know that I want it to be on a special day so that no one can tell me no.
Special day being
my birthday. Right, so I'm turning 25.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure no one's going to turn me down if I'm like, there's cake, there's food, there's this. So I'm hoping no one turns me down because they did the first time.
Do you think self-esteem issues have to do with background, like the families people grow up in?
Definitely. I'm actually a psychology student right now in school, so everything that has to do with the way the mind, the body works, I can definitely say that, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-love has a lot to do with environment, where we grew up, how we were raised, everything that we do right now is affiliated with how we grew up, where we grew up, who's in your head, who are you listening to, who are you talking to? We train our brain to think the way that we want it to think. So as long as you're receiving and getting any information from anyone, it doesn't matter where you are at this part of this world, you're receiving some kind of information. Yeah. So based on that environment, yes.
How can people support It's Just Us Girls if they want to reach out?
Okay, so we have an Instagram page set up for it. It's Just Us Girls. And also there's an email, justusgirlsworkshop@gmail.com. So if there's any way that anyone wants to support, just reach out and then we'll be able to, I can't say that in less than 2 hours or 4 hours we're gonna respond, but definitely we'll be able to reach out back because this week has actually been very hectic knowing that everyone's responding to it. I'm not saying that I didn't think women had insecurities, but I didn't think that we were open to talking about it and wanting to help each other out. So it's good to know that people actually want to support little old me. Sure. It's not even about me. It's about all of us all together. So yes, justusgirlworkshop@gmail.com. And please follow the Instagram page. That way, you'd be able to know what upcoming events we have and stuff. And I'm hoping that it's not just us sitting together in groups, it's us being able to do community works and other things that are affiliated to building yourself.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Last question, what do you think about Caitlyn Jenner?
Okay, that question can be broken down into like so many parts because there's a religious aspect of it, there's like the mental aspect of it.
What's the psychology part?
The way that I like to look at it is I've learned to not judge anyone. I don't care how you choose to live your life, but what I do say is you should never try to explain. Like, don't look for validation, pretty much. If you want to live your life in a certain way, no one needs to accept you for that.
Own your decisions, basically.
Exactly, pretty much. So, and once you accept people for who they are, things become a lot easier to handle.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Abiodun.
No problem.
Abiodun Ogunnaike, everyone. We'll be back after the break.
Thank you.
The Gist. The Gist. The Gist. The Gist.
And we've come to the end of the show, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on social media. The Gist with Toyosi Phillips on Instagram and Facebook, and The Gist with TP on Twitter. I'll see you guys next week, DV. And remember, you can be everything you want to be.